Guys, we have an urgent information coming out. America's deadliest volcano enters unprecedented 72-hour tremor phase, putting over 3 million on edge. The burning mountain are waking up. Washington Mount Rainier has suddenly awoken and is buzzing with almost non-stop activity for days, stoking fears that an eruption could come soon. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Alright, so once again, volcanoes are waking up. And this one here, this is a big one. Alright, so we are definitely seeing burning mountains in various places waking up. This towering stratovolcano looms over more than 3.3 million people across the Seattle-Tacoma metro area, threatening to cripple entire communities with ashfall, flooding, and catastrophic mudflows if it erupts. One thing I tell you guys, if this empire ever collapses, which eventually it will, this empire is going to be broken into multiple lands. Yellowstone, the New Madrid, Cascadia, Subduction Zone, Juan de Fuca Plate. You have this volcano here. I mean, it seems like the entire sleeping giant could be broken into multiple lands. Everybody talk about it could be split into 2. I believe it could be split into 5. And it would finish off this empire. It would be worse than other empires. And I do believe there's a possibility it might happen. This land that once stood for God has turned away and is mocking the church. It's all the abomination that's going on. I mean, you guys seen all the stuff that's on television. I mean, the things that they're putting out there, deceiving young ones. That's the abomination stuff. And if you read the book of Jeremiah, I mean, God told Jeremiah, don't pray for these people. Again, not referring to America, but referring to Israel. Not to pray for them. Don't pray for them. They're not going to repent. They're going to see something. And man, the wrath has been poured on them. So those that walk away from God, I mean, there's consequences. This towering, I read that part, since Saturday, Mount Rainier has been experiencing constant vibration beneath the surface, thousands of tiny tremor blending into one another. Now, I guarantee, I can see it right now. This is not a prediction. I'm not putting out a vision. I can see right now these false prophets talking about this news right here. I got a vision from the Lord. Seattle will see something and the sun will be blocked, and that needle that they have pointed up will come down and break in half. I see it. It's a vision. Again, that's what people's going to say. Those false prophets, they're going to take this story here and deceive a lot of people. For what? Well, again, the false prophets. In the book of Jeremiah, God told Jeremiah, don't pray for them. I didn't send those people. They say they got vision. It ain't from me. And yeah, those false prophets, well, you should read what happened to them. You should read what happens to those that worship other gods. The Babylonians were sent. And there were many other punishments that happened too. It says here, so you have, unlike the seismic activity tied to major earthquake, the patterns being seen in Washington look more like a volcanic tremor, a type of non-stop hum or roar that begins when magma, hot water, and gas move around inside a volcano. Mountains will be moved from its places too. It doesn't mean Mount Rainier is going to erupt at any moment, but it is a warning. It starts like that. At the very beginning, it starts with a warning with the ground movement. It's a warning sign that volcanic activity could eventually build towards a critical level. Geologists will be watching for key signs of this volcanic tremor escalating, including its severity increasing in the coming days. Actual earthquakes starting inside the volcano and the ground at Mount Rainier beginning to swell. When the volcano eventually explodes, it won't be scorching lava flows or choking clouds of ash that threaten Americans, but the lahars, violent, fast moving mudflows that can tear across entire communities in mere minutes. Imagine that. Imagine that. This thing blows. And ain't gonna be, I mean, there will be ashes and stuff like that. But if you're near that volcano, that lava is gonna run towards you in minutes. That's brutal. Again, that's basically Pompeii. If you guys know the story of Pompeii, there's a movie about that volcano too, and that was very, very brutal time, dark time for a lot of people out there. Pompeii erupted, and boy, oh boy, anybody that was near that thing turned into stone. I mean, again, they're still finding a whole bunch of them, and yeah, that was really brutal. Pompeii is no joke. It says here large lahars can crush, bury, or carry away almost anything in their path, according to the United States Geological Survey. The last eruption of Mount Rainier was a minor one in 1884. Its last major eruption occurred about 1,100 years ago, and that last significant magmatic eruption was around 1,000 years ago. Volcano watchers on social media spotted the fresh readings from PNSN, noting that the vibration under the mountain went from normal to chaotic in a matter of hours. It says here seismometers registered a sharp spike around 5 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, which proceeded to grow in strength throughout the day. On seismic instruments, this was recorded as the line that continued to get fuzzier and fuzzier. A more time passed, eventually looking like a thick black line as the vibration increases. Give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see where I left off. Okay, so I'm just going to pull up this information here. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to have to fix all this. Computer is a little slow for some reason. I do have multiple windows open. Man, that looks good. I have multiple windows open, and I do a lot of research, so I need to get a new computer because this one here I had it since 2018. It's been good to me, and this is like my boxing glove, and just putting out news, battling the dark forces out there, deceivers that are trying to deceive many people around the world. We watchmen and watchwomen, we put on the whole armor, and we put out the true news that's related to Bible prophecy, and we want to thank every single one of you for your prayers. Thank you so much. By November 16, almost the entire 24 hours lit up. Seismometers with a solid thick black band with very little quiet time. On Monday, the readings at Mount Rainier showed an almost solid black line, revealing overlapping vibrations for 80 to 90% of the day. None of the next warning signs for an eruption have emerged on Tuesday, so the threat level has not been raised by the USGS. However, this volcanic tremor has been one of the longest episodes at Rainier in recent years, and USGS continues to list the overall risk of a future eruption as very high. It says here, whoops, wrong window. There we go. Mount Rainier has already experienced swarms of earthquakes earlier this year, sparking fears of an imminent volcanic eruption or explosion. In July, over 1,000 earthquakes rocked the wow, 1,000? In July only, 1,000. That's a lot. Rocked the area over a span of more than 3 weeks, and the largest ever seismic swarm recorded at the mountain. That's some serious stuff. That's a warning sign. That is a warning sign. That swarm easily surpassed the last large string of earthquake at Mount Rainier, which came in 2009, lasting only 3 days and producing around 120 minor earthquakes. The swarm kicked off on the morning of July 8th, unleashing up to 41 minor earthquakes per hour through the end of the month. The 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens, located just 50 miles from Mount Rainier, may have provided a concerning preview of what the Pacific Northwest can expect from Mount Rainier's expected future eruption. That volcanic event also produced a dangerous lahar that destroyed more than 200 homes, over 185 miles of roads, and contributed to the total passing toll of 57. These tragic events have helped scientists better understand the warnings that lahars pose to human communities around active volcanoes, and experts are currently preparing for the terrifying possibility of a lahar forming at Mount Rainier. All right, that's where we are right now, guys. Experts are really sounding the alarm on this one here. 1,000 earthquake in a month of July. That's a wake-up call. And this is where we are right now, guys, when it comes to the burning mountains. So there's been some warning sign going on here. And again, Jesus says to look out for these signs. There will be signs in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars. The heavens will be shaken. The world will be shaken. I mean, we are definitely seeing a lot of shifting of mountains going on, and a lot of earthquake in the year 2025. I think 2025 will be the year. I guess the most earthquake. Again, this world has been shaken by almost 1 million earthquake. No lie, almost 1 million earthquake. That is a huge number. All right, so again, this is where we at. I will keep it updated on this news. This link will be in the description box. Again, make sure you check out the videos I posted today. Again, Ukraine got hit really hard. I mean, they got hammered. And there is a lot that has been passed away, and numbers are going up for injuries. I mean, it's just not looking good right now. So I got a video coming up. There is an emergency meeting when it comes to these biblical wars. Again, make sure you follow me over at Grand Supreme News. Also, check out the video at the Prepper Watch News. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Till next time later. Peace.